We are going to go out tomorrow on a 2 hour. We are going to go out tomorrow for 2 day backpacking trip. Shut this fan off. So I figured I would do a gear, not a gear review, but a gear. What would you call it if you're just naming the gear that you use? I don't know. This is what's in my pack for the next couple days. And most likely will be what's in my pack for my through hike of the Colorado Trail in September. The pack is a Palante V2. I really like this pack. So, hey man, come on. We're trying to shoot a movie here. This pack is it's been great. I have no real issues with it. I don't think I'm gonna do like a review of everything here, so I'm just gonna maybe I'll give you my insight on a couple pieces if I feel strongly about it. It doesn't have a hip belt. It does actually have a small webbing hip belt that you can stash away in the pack. I've not used it because I've never really had more than 3 days food in it. So I've not really needed to use the hip belt. I think the only thing that I wish that this pack had is like load lifters, or I mean I guess they'd be load shifters because it's a frameless pack. But just something to I get the sensation like I want to pull it more snug to the top of my shoulders, but you only have the option to tighten it from the bottom. I'll just put it on. You only have the option to tighten it from here, which is like, I don't know, I want to pull it here kind of and pull it snug to the top too. So I wish it had, if it had those, I mean, the thing would be great. So that's my 2 cents. Other than that, what would I think? Pretty much the catalyst for me, buying this pack was the bottom pocket, because I can put all of my food for the day in this bottom pocket, so I never have to like stop and unload the pack and open it up and pull out my food. Actually, so I'll just start here. Well, this is side pockets to 1 liter smart water. Pretty much always carry the same capacity of water. And while we're on the subject of water, this is my filtration system. It's the bottom half of a. Dude, it is hot in here with that fan off, man. It's the bottom half of a Evernew water bladder, and I take it for Poe so that he's got a little bowl to drink out of when you're up, high, or you go through long spots where there is no water source. He's got to drink from my bottle instead of a river, which is what he normally does. Stream, river, spring, whatever. And then my filtration system when I filter water is I use this 3 liter Knock Vecto bladder, which I love these things, especially now that they got the this whatever you'd call this. It's kind of their patented opening system. This thing on the first couple models was sketchy. It would come kind of unbuckled, so if like you were gonna load up and do a big carry, you couldn't really trust this thing. But they've kind of got that dialed in now and figured out. But man, this fills up so quick. I can't imagine when I used to have to like scoop it with a bladder, scoop and do that weird angle where you're trying to get the water bubble down. This year they came out with a version, I don't know if you call this the throat. That sounds creepy. This opening that fits a Catadine B-Free, which is so much. I really like it more than I've had horrible luck with the Sawyer filters, all of them. I mean, the first like regular Sawyer squeeze filter worked all right, but my micro always had a horrible flow rate. Another regular Sawyer, really bad flow rates. This thing like rips. I really like this thing, man. Takes me no time to filter water. So if I'm in an area where I feel like I should filter the water, this thing's great. So that's the water. This is taking longer than I thought already. And then like this tomorrow, we'll leave out in the morning pretty early. This is my whole day's worth of food, everything except dinner. So when I need something, I just reach in underneath, behind, pull this bag out, and grab whatever I need. So I never have to go into the pack for food, which is, if you're trying to do a bunch of miles, like it sounds, I don't know, petty. Like, oh, it only takes a minute. How long does it take to stop and take your food out of your pack? But it really does. And I don't know, momentum is a huge thing. So if you like to just keep moving and do big days, this bottom pocket's awesome. Okay, so I have trekking pole. I use it to set up my tent or tarp, whatever I have, and I do use that on like super steep, gnarly downhills. You know, it's easy to just fall ass over tea kettle, and then who's gonna carry me out? You? Would you carry me out of the woods if I got hurt? No, dude, you wouldn't. You'd probably eat me. You'd eat me. Outside of the pack, this big front pocket. This is just my ditty bag. Has ditty bag. Has basically all my accoutrement. This is like my little. I have. Okay, see, I don't like using Ziploc bags. Like people use just Ziploc bags. I have like it's an OCD thing where what I use, I need like a specific bag for it, and it can't be just like a Ziploc bag with like 10 steaks. I can't do that. I don't know. I just, so I have like these. I have all these like redundant little bags, but in here I just keep toothbrush, toothpaste. I have this little brush thing for my beard, because when I wake up in the morning, I have like something between like pancake batter and maple syrup, like on the corners here from drooling. It's no good. It's gotta be combed out of there. So I got dental floss, and I have this little thing of beard. I don't know, ointment. How gross is the word ointment? Nothing. When you use ointment, it's not for anything good. That's for sure. Except the beard. The beard's not bad. You count the beads of sweat rolling down my face. It's so hot in here. Oh, this is for my athlete's foot, which I'm trying to cure before I leave for the Colorado Trail, because I've had it for a good 20 years, and pretty soon my feet are just going to decay. Electrical technology cords, iPhone, headlamp, key to my van, this Palace, and wall charger. As far as like first aid would go for me, which is sunscreen and chapstick, and I keep these little bags that I got at work from doorknobs. They're perfect to go over my feet, so I keep those in there so that if I get to camp at night and I want to and I put on dry socks, and then I got to put my shoes on, my shoes are wet and I got to go to do something, I put those bags over my socks, put my feet in my shoes, and then my dry socks stay dry. It's like magic. Pretty much a sorcerer. This is a battery pack, which I need to update once I leave for the Colorado Trail. I'll be doing more than 2 nights at a time, so I'm going to get a bigger battery pack. This is Poe's little first aid kit. Poe should really have his own pack, dude. You should really be carrying your own shit, man. It's like bug spray, or it is bug spray, and Benadryl. He gets really bad. He's like super sensitive to bug bites and stuff, so I gotta give him like a Benadryl if we get to camp and there's a bunch of bugs, and he's just high maintenance. So take that stuff. This is just like patch kit, random stuff. Some patch for my air mattress, some Cuban fiber, Dyneema patches, the cap to the water bladder if I needed it, and a couple like random doodads. Headlamp, night core. Maybe I should spend more time with some of this stuff. This is the night core. I think it's an NU25. It's not the newest one in June of 2019. It's the... Oh no, it is the newest one. I like it a lot. It's light. It's good. I got a little knife here. It's called something kind of feminine. It's like called like a ladybug or the dainty bug or something. And a lighter. See how I have these broken into like individual, and I do have some Ziploc bags, but I don't know. I have a weird, it's like a weird code in my head of what can go in a Ziploc bag and what needs like a purposeful constructed bag. All right, so that's my ditty bag. I carry, when posed with me, oh, it's my spoon for eating. When posed with me, this is Poe's ground mat, so you can stay insulated. This is my poop kit for number 2. Again, see, no Ziploc bags, but inside I have a Ziploc bag where I have toilet paper, biodegradable for the booty hole, and a deuce of spades, which I have some Leuco tape wrapped around, so dual purpose, right? It kind of feels more comfortable to dig, and if you get blisters, you can use the old Leuco tape on your blister. I like this though because I just grab this black pouch, go to town, go to Brown Town. Moving right along into the inside. Food on top. So my food bag is in the what is this? Lock sack. Opsack? Opsack. Odor resistant bag. Doesn't even smell it. The way I pack is like 2 chambers, like 2 barrels, okay? And the reason I do that is because my shelter system is tall and there's struts in it. Why don't we just get right into the shelter system? It is the tarp tent Aeon LI. It's awesome shelter. It's a pound, and so far so good. I've not had any issues or any complaints. It sets up fast once you get used to it, and I really like it. But this is the height of it. There's no manipulating the length of it, so it kind of changed how I had to pack. So I basically insert 2 members, and then in between those I stuff my rain shell. Below that is my Montbell Plasma 1000. I don't know, the name of this is way too long. I have this Ultralight rain shell, which was entirely too expensive, but I bought when I was just bored and had money, and thought I was cool. And then I keep this little stuff down in there in between the 2 chambers. Wind pants from Enlightened Equipment. Copperfield wind pants, I believe. Carhartt hat. I needed extra coverage. And then a pair of possum down gloves. So that's cool. And that's my little Yama Mountain Gear Penguin stuff sack. Get it? Because this is like cold weather stuff. So in the other part of the chamber is this. It's the medium. It's the Z-Pack Medium Plus roll top dry bag. And what I do is keep basically everything else in here. So, this is Poe's little Ghostbusters suit. It's a bug suit. Like I said, the bugs are he gets really like messed up from bugs. So that suit goes on him when we get to camp if it's buggy, and they only bite his eyeballs and his private parts because they can't get to anything else. So he's pretty stoked about that. This is just a shirt that I bring. It's Mizzen in Maine. They make like highfalutin preppy clothes, but I actually really like it's really comfortable. They're stretchy and they're all like, they don't use any cotton or anything, so it's super like you can sweat in it and get it wet and all that good stuff, and I like it. Smart wool tights. Oh, there's no other way to put that. Those are tights. And that's what I have for camp. I bring another pair of socks. Then I have, this is a nice piece of equipment here. This is Catabatic Palisades down quilt. It's rated for 30 degrees. I'm a warm sleeper, and I do feel like a couple times I was like on the borderline of being cold with this, which was really strange and something I didn't expect. So it might have just been like a fluke occurrence, but again, I can't really, this isn't a gear review. And then I have this big Sky International inflatable pillow. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my shoulder, my deltoid to ear ratio is huge because I'm built like a big toe. I can't not use the pillow. My head's just hanging down. Cuts off the circulation here. It's not good. And then lastly, like serving as the back of my pack is my air mattress, which is, I'm definitely not going to remember this. It's the, oh no, I don't have to remember it. The Exped Sinmat HLMW, which is essentially like a wide ground mat and thick, which I need. I'd love to be one of those savages who sleep on like the little foam, Gossamer Gear foam pads, but man, I can't do it. And that's basically everything. Oh, you know what else fits in the bottom pocket? Little whiskey. Never know when you need that. It's better to have it than to not have it. I love shoulder pouches, especially like little, what would you say, like indiscriminate shoulder pouches instead of like the big honky. Like I used to use the Z-Pack ones, but it was like I had 2 Z-Pack pouches, and it was like they would just like hit my face the whole time. They were good, but they're just, I don't know, kind of cumbersome. And these are great. They just disappear, and they're super functional. I just keep like, I'll typically keep my phone and in one of them, and then like, I don't know, a buff, which is for my head, for my sweaty head. Hey man, can you help lick your butthole on the movie, please? And then that's it. And I started recently using fanny pack. Actually, I've used a fanny pack since I was a child, and I took a lot of grief for it, so I took a hiatus. And I'm ashamed to say that I eventually backed down off the fanny pack. Society just forced me to give up. I was shamed. It was fanny pack shaming. And recently, I've gone back. So this one's made by Light AF, which my Diddy bag is made by them. The dude, I think his name's Chris, that runs it. He's like super accessible, and like I like companies that are like you send them a message and they respond to you. I feel like that's the whole point in like cottage companies, and I don't know, some I feel like don't do that. But this dude is real cool about like custom stuff, and in the fanny pack I just keep light stuff. I don't keep all my food, and I don't like a big like a bunch of shit bouncing around right here. I won't even really keep my phone in it. I keep like a map if I have a map with me. I keep my sunglasses, wallet. That's basically it. I keep a little leash for Poe if we're like in an area where he's got to be on a leash. That comes in handy because all that stuff otherwise gets stuffed in my shoulder strap pockets, and then it just becomes this calamity. I don't think I've used any of the big words right on this video. At this point, if you're still watching, you've probably lost your remote and you're just too lazy to get off the couch. So I'd like to thank you. And we're gonna turn that fan back on. Gonna get some sleep, and then who's gonna pack all this shit back up, dude? Hey man, who's gonna pack all this stuff back up? Get on it, dude. I got stuff to do. See you when we see you.